I'm posting this here because I need strangers to tell me I'm not crazy.
If it's
A year
already
after our
enough, I can
divorce, my
probably, if you
ex-wife
want
texted
someone to
me,
chill with, it's
"We
okay.
need to
Say no to
talk,
me. Um,
urgently." I
oh,
stared at the
I just
screen for a long
jumped in right
time,
away.
long enough for the
Yeah,
phone to
honestly,
dim,
I don't know how much gas
long
stations
enough
in
for my
Montreal
coffee
want
to
to
go
tonight. I
cold.
just kind of want to get in.
Then I typed
Um,
back the only thing that felt honest.
and
Another time. I didn't add a period.
I for,
I didn't add an
I
explanation.
just want to get in, kind
I
of
didn't
like
ask why. And
do
that's
a
when I
few
realized
things.
something uncomfortable.
Oh,
I wasn't
that's
angry
where we left
anymore,
off.
which is wild, considering how everything actually ended.
Please.
Let me rewind, because the divorce wasn't some clean, mutual drifting apart story. It was messy, loud, full of lies.
I was referring
And if
to
I'm being
yeah.
honest, it
I know
started
you are.
long before I ever had proof. At
Um,
the beginning, it was just off.
yeah, my
She
mind's like
became a
all over the
different
moment. I'm
person in
trying to like
small,
remember.
deniable ways.
We
She guarded her phone like it was a loaded weapon. If I
so
walked into a room,
cool.
she'd
So
flip it
how's
face
everyone doing?
down.
I hope everyone's having a fantastic
Notifications were
Monday.
suddenly work stuff.
Let's look at
Passwords
some
changed.
clothes.
She started accusing me of being
No,
distant,
that's like for the
distracted,
moment. Let me order
emotionally
that,
unavailable.
that,
Classic move, apparently.
that.
But the thing that messed with my head the most wasn't the secrecy. It was the tone. She was mean in a new way. Sharp, dismissive. Like everything I said annoyed her just by existing. She'd snap, then immediately cry if I reacted. She mastered this loop where she'd
Okay.
provoke, explode, and somehow I'd end up apologizing.
Ooh, Jeffrey
I
sees
told
the house.
myself it was
Guys,
stress,
you have two more
or
days.
depression, or marriage fatigue. Anything
You have
except what
two
it
more
was.
days to
The first real
seize the
crack came
house.
from something stupid. Laundry. I was folding clothes one night and found a receipt in her jeans.
Some glasses
Not a
in
big
stock.
deal, except it was from a bar across town. A bar she hated.
Now,
A
don't
bar she'd
steal the
mocked
helm
me
from
for
me. I wanna be
suggesting once.
special.
The timestamp was 11:47 p.m.
I don't think that's
She
gonna
told
work,
me she'd
Jeffrey.
been working late that night. When I asked her about it casually, she laughed. Too fast, too loud. "Oh my God, you're seriously checking my pockets now?" Then she turned it around on me. Said I didn't trust her. Said I was controlling.
I
Said
can
maybe
try.
she needed space if I was going to interrogate her over trash. That should have been my moment. Instead, I
Thank you,
backed
Uncle.
off.
I appreciate you.
I hate that about myself. Things escalated after
I
that.
should probably put a cooldown on
She
this.
started staying out later, coming home wired, like she'd been running on adrenaline. She'd shower immediately, even if it was 2 a.m. She stopped wearing the old t-shirts she used to sleep in and bought new underwear I never saw again.
Maybe that's
And the
a little
lies
bit-
got
I'll
sloppy.
I'll have to do that in the new year.
She told me the same story
That we'll
twice
have
with
a
different
little, like,
details.
a cooldown
Said she
between
was with
each person.
co-workers whose names changed. Once she forgot which friend she'd
'Cause I feel like
supposedly
that
been
is
with and
something
snapped
that
at
we
me
do need.
for
Ooh, it is
not paying
storming
attention.
out here.
The gaslighting
Oh,
was
that's
relentless.
why people are honking
If I
too,
felt
'cause they're
suspicious,
buying for gas.
I was insecure.
And the
If I
delivery's
asked
coming in
questions, I was
tomorrow.
paranoid. If I pulled away, I was abandoning her emotionally. I started writing things down.
Let me
Dates,
also
times,
here.
stories. Not because I wanted to catch her, but because I felt like I was losing my grip on reality. The proof came by accident. She left her laptop open one morning while rushing out. I wasn't snooping. I swear that matters to me.
Sweet as honey,
But a
I
message
sting
popped
like
up.
a bitch.
Just the preview.
I
Last
think
night
that's
was
about that.
crazy. Can't stop thinking about you. No name. Just a heart emoji and a timestamp from 1:12 a.m.
You only have
I didn't
tonight and
confront her
tomorrow to
right
seize the
away.
helm, guys.
I sat there shaking,
After that,
reading the same sentence over and
I'm gonna
over
seize
like
the
maybe
helm
it would
unless I
change.
do a surprise
When
stream
she came home that
on,
evening, I
I think
asked
it's
her
Sunday,
one simple
on
question.
Wednesday, for
Is
you
there
guys to
someone
seize the
else?
helm before
She didn't
2026.
answer. She sighed. That sigh still haunts me.
That
Not
would be-
denial, not shock, just
I'm
annoyance. Like I'd finally guessed the ending of a movie she was
More
bored
like
of pretending
sour.
wasn't predictable. The confrontation was ugly.
Wow.
Not dramatic in a movie
You did
way.
not just say
ugly in a real
we
way.
might be sour.
She denied everything at first, then minimized it, then blamed me.
Jeffrey,
She said it just happened,
you're-
then
Jeffrey's
said it
going
wasn't
in.
physical, then admitted it was, but not like that,
I am sweet as the
then
honey you
cried,
put in your tea.
then screamed,
Navy, thank you so much
then
for the
accused
30
me of
bits.
pushing her into it by
Appreciate
being
you.
checked out. At one point she said, and I quote, "If you had been a better husband, I wouldn't have needed
I'm
anyone
not sure
else."
if I
I
told you
remember
guys this
feeling something
yesterday. I
snap
did turn
inside
off
me.
the alert
Not
for,
rage, not sadness, just
like,
clarity.
this special redeem
This wasn't a mistake. This was a
within,
pattern. We tried counseling.
like,
That
you know,
lasted
bits and
3
stuff like
sessions.
that, so the
She
gigantic
lied in the room
notes,
the same way she lied at
the
home.
on-screen
Weaponized
celebrations,
tears,
stuff like that.
half-truths,
I did
performative
that
remorse.
because I don't know. I just
I
felt
found
like it
out
was
later
too
the
much
affair
at
hadn't
times,
ended.
because there
It had
are
just
times
gone
when you guys
underground.
do spam
When I confronted her the
the,
final time, she didn't even
with things
fight.
like that, and I was
She
like,
looked relieved,
maybe
like she'd been waiting
you
for me to
should,
stop
like,
pretending. The divorce was brutal, but fast. And then,
put them away.
silence.
Oh, no, we
Which
don't
brings
have
me
to do
back to that text. A year later, out of nowhere,
15.
"We need to talk. Urgently." I don't know what she wants yet. I still haven't opened the conversation beyond that reply.
Don't drink
But
tea
something
or
tells
coffee
me
kind
this
of
isn't
guy.
about closure.
I don't
And
drink
that
coffee
scares
at
me
all.
more than the cheating ever did.
I've never liked coffee.
My marriage unraveled through lies,
Never tried it,
gaslighting,
so.
and a slow realization that
tried
my
it, but
wife
I
wasn't
just
who
never
I
drank
thought
coffee.
she was. A year after our divorce,
My kinda guy.
she suddenly texted me saying she needed to talk
I
urgently.
put milk in mine.
I told her another time, and now I'm wondering what door I just refused to reopen. After the divorce papers were finalized, people kept telling me the same thing. At least now you can heal. At least now it's over. At least you know the truth. That last one is funny, because the truth didn't show up all at once. It came in pieces, late, uninvited, and way more damaging than I expected. At first, I tried to do everything right. I blocked her on social media. I stopped asking mutual friends about her. I threw myself into work, the gym, routines, clean slate behavior. For a few months, it almost worked.
Okay, we
I
gotta
slept better,
restock.
ate better. I stopped flinching every time my phone buzzed. Then the aftershocks started.
Who's ding-donging me?
The first one
Oh,
came from a guy I barely knew. He messaged me on Facebook one night.
I like my
No
coffee
greeting, just,
black, and
"Hey man, this is
you
awkward,
call me
but I think you
sour."
deserve to know
I
something."
never said I wasn't
My stomach
sour.
dropped. That feeling never really leaves once you've been betrayed. Your body learns before your brain does.
Okay.
He told me he'd worked with my ex-wife briefly. Same company, different department. They'd grabbed
Speaking of
drinks
that, guys,
once in a group
it
setting.
is the last 2
According
days
to
for
him,
fishing
she
as
got
well.
very comfortable
So,
very
if you
fast.
wanna be the top fisher for the month,
She told everyone you were controlling,
just an
he wrote.
FYI,
Said the marriage was basically over long before the
you only
divorce.
have
Said she'd been emotionally
today and
alone for
tomorrow to
years.
get that spot.
I remember staring at that screen, feeling embarrassed all over again. Like the cheating wasn't enough. She needed to rewrite the story so she could be the victim. Then he dropped the line that really messed me up. She also said you didn't know about the others. Plural. I confronted myself before I ever confronted her. I went through old memories with a different lens. Trips that suddenly made less sense. Nights she crashed at a friend's place. Times she picked fights out of nowhere, then disappeared for hours. It felt like realizing a movie you loved had a second plot running underneath the whole time. And the worst part? I had felt it. I just didn't want to believe it. A few weeks later, another message came in, this time from a woman. She didn't know who I was at first. Thought I was already aware. She apologized. A lot. Over-explained. Said it only happened a few times. Said she'd been told we were separated. She sent screenshots. I didn't ask for them. But once they were there, I couldn't look away. The flirting,
So
the
between
timing,
today and tomorrow
the
is
overlap.
last day to
She'd
be
been
on
seeing
the
my
VIP
wife while my
waiting
wife
list
was
for the
still
month.
sleeping next to me,
Unless
still
I do
planning
extreme
holidays, still talking about
spontaneously
working on us.
on
That's when the anger finally showed up.
Wednesday.
Not explosive, not dramatic, cold,
But for
focused
anyone who
anger.
does not know,
Not just because of the
every single
cheating,
month I do
because of the
something
double
called the
life.
leaderboard logbook,
I
which
broke no
basically,
contact once. Just once. I didn't accuse. I didn't yell. I asked one question.
I
How
kinda
many
show my
times?
appreciation,
Her response came
for anyone
fast.
who
Why
throws
does it
links in
matter
the
now?
stream, gift
You're just
sticks,
trying to hurt
subs,
yourself.
top fisher, top
I said I
clipper,
was sorry.
the person who
What more do you
seizes the
want?
helm as well.
No
So I
number.
do the
No
top 10
truth.
spots for both
Just
sides.
deflection.
So if you're
Then she
in the
flipped
top
it.
10,
You weren't perfect either.
you
You
get your
checked
name
out.
on the leaderboard logbook
You
for
made
that
me feel
month,
invisible.
as well as
Same script.
you get a
Different
shiny
day.
diamond badge next to your name.
That was the moment I stopped needing
For the
answers.
entire month.
Which is why
So,
that
for
text,
example,
a year
January,
later,
I mean,
rattled me
if
so
you're in
much.
the
Because
month of
people like her don't reach out
December, you'll get the
urgently for no
badge the whole
reason.
month of January,
They reach
and
out
then
when something
January will be
breaks
February, February
or when
March,
something catches
so on,
up to
so on,
them.
you know, kinda, you see
I
how this
started
works,
asking
you know?
questions
Don't
quietly,
threaten me with a good
not to
time.
her, around her.
I'm not
Turns out
threatening
things hadn't
anyone
gone
with a good
well.
time.
The guy she left
Also,
me for,
Grade B
gone.
is still
The job
holding
she
on
leaned
to that
on,
top
not so
fisher,
stable
I
anymore.
believe.
Friends, fewer than before.
Panda
And suddenly,
literally wants
the
it.
timing made sense.
Panda's like,
I didn't
that top
respond
fisher
again,
spot is mine.
but she kept typing, long messages, paragraphs, apologies that didn't quite apologize. Lines like, I've done a lot of thinking. I wasn't in a good place back then. You were the only stable thing in my life. That last one made my hands shake. Not because I missed her, but because I realized what she actually wanted. Not reconciliation, not closure, relief. Someone to tell her she wasn't the villain in her own story.
With a good time.
And I didn't know yet whether I was strong
I really
enough
have
to
a review
refuse
tomorrow
that
for tomorrow's
role.
stream, guys. I haven't
After the
decided
divorce,
yet.
I learned my
I'm still
ex-wife's
debating.
affair
If there's
wasn't a
anything that you
one-time
guys
mistake,
personally
but
wanna
part of a
see,
larger pattern.
Please let me know.
Multiple
I'm
people,
more
overlapping lies,
than
and a
open
rewritten narrative where
to
I
your
was the problem.
suggestions.
A year later, when she suddenly
I don't
reached
know what
out
I wanna
urgently,
do for
I
Friday's
started to
stream
understand.
either.
It wasn't about me
So
missing
we'll
her.
see.
It was about her
It's
needing
free,
something from me again.
but not
I didn't plan to answer her. That's the part everyone gets wrong when they hear this. They assume curiosity got the better of me,
noise.
or nostalgia, or weakness.
I gotta go
It wasn't
fill
any
up.
of that. It was exhaustion.
Okay.
When someone sends you message after message for days, long paragraphs, voice notes, half apologies mixed with
Monday.
nostalgia,
Why are we yelling?
it wears you down. Not emotionally, logistically. Like a dripping faucet you eventually tighten just to get some sleep. So I replied with one sentence. What do you want? She answered immediately,
Oh, is there?
like she'd been staring at the screen the entire time.
Just the painters.
Can we
I'm
meet?
working while
Just
working.
once.
You are
Please.
in PA and I'm
This
in
isn't
New York.
something I can
How am
explain over
are you going
text.
to hear me if
There
I
it was.
don't yell?
The familiar pressure, the urgency,
I
the
mean,
implication that if I didn't comply, I'd be the unreasonable one. Against my better judgment, I agreed. Public place, coffee
you
shop,
have a point.
middle of the day, clear
Tell
boundaries.
'em.
I told myself I
can
was
hear
doing
you
this for closure.
loud and clear.
That was a lie. She was already there when I arrived. Same posture,
Ooh, we got a cool
same
reaction
nervous
down.
leg bounce, same way of
Down.
pretending to be calm while scanning the room every 5 seconds. For a split
Okay,
second,
good.
my body
Back to
reacted
back.
before my brain did.
How is work?
Muscle memory, history. Then I noticed what had changed. She looked worn, not in a dramatic way, just tired, thinner, less polished. The confidence she used to weaponize was gone. She smiled when she saw me, too hopeful. I wasn't sure you'd come, she said. I didn't hug her. I didn't sit close. I ordered my coffee and waited. She talked first. Of course she did. She said she'd been doing a lot of work on herself. Therapy, reflection, growth. All the buzzwords people collect when they want credit without accountability. She apologized again, carefully,
It is
selectively.
good. It is for
I know I hurt
clarity,
you,
setting up
she said.
Tiltify and crowd
I wasn't
control,
myself
the
back
voice
then.
mod, and all the
I've
things.
changed.
Yes,
I asked her to
absolutely. That
stop.
is something that I need to
Why
do.
now? I said.
I have a whole to-do list.
Why a
of
year
things that I
later?
wanna do, and I
She
wanna
looked
set up
down
a
at the
voice
table, took a
changer.
breath, then dropped the
I
first
haven't gotten
bomb.
around to it.
I
I'll
didn't
get
tell
around
you
to it
everything
soon,
before.
You know? I'm
No
super,
kidding.
super busy.
She told me the affair partner, the one I knew about, wasn't the problem anymore. Because
Maybe I'll
there had
move
been
down
someone
with it
else,
the next couple
someone I knew.
days, 'cause I've been
Not a
keeping
close
saying,
friend,
"Oh, I wanna do a voice
not
changer."
family, but close enough that my chest tightened the second she said his name. Someone who had been in our house, sat on our couch, asked me how work was going. She rushed through it, like speed could soften the impact. It only happened a few times. It was complicated.
It is okay if
He
wants
pursued
to
me.
play Fortnite without me.
I felt oddly
That's
calm, like
I
my
still
system had already
have
processed this pain months ago
over an
and was
hour
now
and a
just
half
filing
until I even touch
paperwork.
Fortnite. Well, an
Then she
hour.
said the thing that changed
Yeah,
everything.
over an hour and a half until I
I
touch
might have
Fortnite.
ruined more than just our marriage.
So
I looked at her, really looked.
we got some time.
What does that mean? Her eyes filled up, real tears this time,
I need
or
to
at least better
focus.
acting. I'm not sure the timing lines up, she whispered. With the divorce. I didn't understand at first.
Okay.
Then I did. I don't remember standing up, but suddenly I was, my coffee untouched, my heart pounding so hard it felt mechanical. Say that again, I said. She shook her head. I don't know for sure. I just think you should know. Know what? That a year after detonating our marriage, she might still be holding a grenade with my name on it.
Wait, I'm just confused.
I asked the
Wait,
practical
maybe, were you
questions,
kidding again?
dates, doctors, tests. Her answers were vague,
confused.
emotional, non-committal. She didn't come for
Don't break.
forgiveness. She didn't come
And
for
get food?
reconciliation. She came because she was scared,
Get food.
and she wanted me to help her carry it.
Oh,
I
gotta
told her I
pay
needed
for
time, that I wasn't agreeing to anything,
little gas tank.
that whatever this was, it was her responsibility, not mine. She panicked. She accused me of being cold, of punishing her, of abandoning her again. That word, again. That's when the anger finally broke through the calm. You abandoned the marriage, I said.
Maybe you said you
I
were
just
gonna put
stopped
some
cleaning
food
up
without
after
me,
it.
food, but
She
literally
cried
stop.
harder.
I
People
don't need
started
fun.
looking.
I can solo.
Same old pattern,
I'm
public
not on
emotion as
Fortnite
leverage.
yet.
I paid
still
for my
have another
coffee and left.
Hour
That
and a
night,
half
I
until
didn't
even touch
sleep.
Fortnite. Maybe a little less,
Not
like
because I
maybe an
missed her,
hour and 15
because I
minutes, don't know.
finally understood the real
All
danger
I'm
of
doing
people
is I'm
like
kinda
her.
doing Fortnite like I did last
They don't
time.
come back
That's
because
all
they
I'm
love
doing.
you.
I'm gonna play
They
some
come back
Fortnite
because they need a
before
witness. Someone to share the
bed,
weight of their
open up my
consequences so
present
they don't have
box,
to carry them
do all the
alone.
things.
And I was standing at a
See?
crossroads again, 1
Relax
year
and
later,
silent.
being tested to see if I'd fall
Don't
back into
know
the role
who
she'd
is
written
more
for me.
confused, Captain or me.
I finally met my ex-wife to find out
I
why
am
she
confused.
urgently wanted to
I'm
talk.
confused all the time.
She revealed another betrayal involving someone I knew and hinted at a possible consequence that could tie us together forever. It became clear she wasn't seeking forgiveness or closure,
Good.
but help carrying the fallout of her own actions.
My confusion?
For a few days
My
after
fault.
that meeting, I lived in a kind of suspended state. Not panic, not hope, just pressure. Like waiting for test results you never asked for. She didn't respect the space I asked for. Of course she didn't. Texts came in waves,
More armadillos.
some calm, some frantic, some strangely nostalgic.
Oh, we have
I keep
customers
replaying our
here.
life together. You were always the stable one. I don't trust anyone else with this.
Incredible.
That last message made my stomach turn, because it confirmed what I'd already suspected. She wasn't reaching out because I mattered.
Thank you.
She was reaching out because I was
I
useful.
think we're gonna take the Christmas.
I started doing what I should have done years ago.
Let me look at the graph
Reality
to see how
checks.
we're doing on
I talked to a
tires.
lawyer,
We're
not to
good.
threaten her, to protect myself.
Okay.
I talked to a therapist,
We're
not about her,
for a minute.
about why I kept feeling responsible for messes I didn't create. And slowly, painfully,
Oh, low
something
pressure.
clicked. I realized that throughout our marriage, I wasn't her partner. I was her emotional safety net. I absorbed impact. I smoothed consequences. I stayed calm so she didn't have to. And now, even after betrayal, divorce, distance, she still expected me to do that job. She asked to meet again. This time I said no. She didn't take it well. She accused me of being cruel, of punishing her forever, of acting like I was better than her now. Then came the guilt bombs. If something bad happens, I'll know it's because you turned your back on me. I guess I really meant nothing to you. That one almost worked. Almost. Because old me would have rushed in to prove otherwise. New me just saw it for what it was. Manipulation dressed as vulnerability. I sent one final message. I rewrote it 5 times before hitting send. I'm not the person you get to lean on anymore. Whatever you're dealing with, you need to handle it without me. Please don't contact me again. She didn't reply for hours. Then she sent a voice message. I didn't listen to it. That was the hardest part. Not responding, not explaining, not defending myself. Just stopping. The silence afterward was different from before. Before, silence felt like loss. This time, it felt like relief. I slept through the night for the first time in weeks. My chest stopped feeling tight. My phone stopped feeling like a threat. And that's when I knew I'd made the right choice. Not because it was easy, but because it was final. After our meeting, I realized my ex-wife didn't want reconciliation or honesty. She wanted support without accountability. When I finally refused to step back into my old role, she reacted with guilt, blame, and emotional manipulation. This time, I didn't engage. I chose distance, boundaries, and myself. It's been a while since I sent that last message. No dramatic follow-up. No surprise appearances. No final confession tying everything together neatly. Just silence. And for the first time since all of this started, that silence feels earned. I used to think closure was something another person gave you, a conversation, an apology, an explanation that finally made the pain make sense. That's a lie. Closure isn't something you receive, it's something you decide. The moment I stopped waiting for her to explain herself, I stopped giving her power over my emotional state. And that didn't happen because she changed. It happened because I did. Looking back now, the signs were everywhere. The way she rewrote reality when it suited her. The way her emotions always came with instructions for how I was supposed to respond. The way every mistake became a phase, and every consequence became someone else's fault. I don't hate her. That surprises people when I say it. Hate keeps you connected. It keeps the door cracked open. Indifference is what actually closes it. If there's one thing this experience burned into my brain, it's this. Being loyal to someone who is actively betraying you is not strength. It's self-abandonment. I thought staying calm made me mature. I thought being patient made me safe. I thought absorbing the damage meant I was holding the marriage together. In reality, I was just making it easier for her to keep lying. So here's my advice, especially if you're reading this and feeling that familiar confusion in your gut. If someone makes you feel crazy for asking reasonable questions, listen to that. If apologies never come with changed behavior, stop accepting them. If you're always the one stabilizing the chaos, ask who benefits from that. And most importantly, you are not obligated to be someone's emotional life raft just because you used to love them. As for that text, we need to talk, urgently. I never responded again, and nothing bad happened. No disaster, no collapse, no missing puzzle piece that ruined my future. The world kept turning, which tells me everything I needed to know. My ex-wife's infidelity wasn't a single mistake, but a pattern of deception, manipulation, and emotional outsourcing. A year after our divorce, she reached out urgently, not for closure or reconciliation, but because she needed support without accountability. I chose boundaries over familiarity, silence over chaos, and myself over a role that was never mine to play. If this story helps even one person stop ignoring their instincts, it was worth posting. Thanks for reading, and trust your gut.